The Freemason ritual knee bent. Masturbating new initiates to a new level. Something to also keep in mind is the Freemason ritual for initiates moving up through the different levels. Every year in Canada, and presumably elsewhere, the Freemasons dress their initiates in a little loincloth. This is on June 24th every year. On this ritual day of the fish god Oan, Nimrod, whose Christian counterpart is John the Baptist, Saint John Baptiste Day in Quebec, they masturbate the initiates who are moving on up to a new level of Freemasonry. This locks the members into yet another embarrassing secret of the organization, as they are too ashamed to reveal the nature of the jack-off, fuckfest, ritual they hold every June 24th in honor of the John Fish god. The Eiffel Tower. Here's another curious notion regarding the letter ENT. Take a look at the picture of the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower and the city of Paris play a very major part in the Luciferian agenda, and in particular, the events surrounding the sacrifice of Princess Diana, as documented on page 40. Now take a look at the beam of light diagram. Light beam Eiffel. Now look at the beam of light overlaid on the Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower and light beam. Consider the name, Eiffel equals eye for lawful eye. This tower was named after a French fellow named Eiffel who built this monument for the World's Fair of 1889. Still, look at the symbolism of this structure. It's a pyramid, an obelisk, a female, male sex symbol. It has an arch in the base, speaking of the rising sun. It's made of iron, symbolic of the iron fist of Luciferian control, which will be demonstrated to originate with Orion, and when you overlay it on the light beam you see quite clearly the resemblance, and the manipulative mind behind such a creation. The nucleus, hexagon center of the light beam is located just above the arch of the base. This hexagon is the center of the sex ritual symbol, which is the six-pointed star. Of course, sex has everything to do with love and romance, and that's what the Eiffel Tower is famous for as well. Again, not a coincidence. Just as the demonic elite bloodlines of the Illuminati families delight in building pyramids of stone and skyscrapers of steel, as well as cathedrals of immaculate design, bolstering their magnificence, here we see that towers are also more sigil magic forms to hypnotize the masses. The fake god of light. We have a fake god, with a fake religious trinity notion, telling you it's a sham and that it's there to steal your gullible soul. Of course, as you read this you will hear that little voice, telling you that what I'm saying is ridiculous. Absolute rubbish. But keep reading. It gets even more outrageous. This is how the Luciferian mindset works. The Freemasons, one of the largest Luciferian secret societies in the world today, not counting every religious and intellectual organization who are also secret societies, sacrificed Princess Diana in the Pont de l'Arme tunnel in Paris. The tunnel is the passage of the moon goddess. They had previously erected their eternal flame some 10 years earlier above the location where the sacrifice would take place. They're telling you they did it. They marked the spot with their eternal flame, the eternal flame of the Olympic gods, another symbol of illumination or enlightened knowledge regarding the all-seeing eye. The entranced members of secret societies do the ritualistic things they do. However, being deeply entranced, they've been programmed to believe they do these things on behalf of a supreme god, for the greater good of humanity, and a spot in the afterlife to rule and reign with this supreme deity. This is how our English language is constructed, to allow subliminals, suggestions and symbolism, to be injected without hardly a risk of detection, and most importantly, so the ritualistic entranced elite of the world will never see, or become aware of, the manipulation process they perpetuate. They throw in all kinds of ridiculous hidden messages, telling us that the Luciferian mind did this, and at the same time indoctrinate us through the religious and the educational systems, that to even begin to reason this way borders on insanity. What a clever way to add confusion to an already deceived populace. Always be aware that humanity, the whole population of the world, is illusory. That includes the one reading these words. Humanity is not real or valid. The illusory body of humanity is not at all who and what we really are. We have simply been conjured up, given a 3D name, body, mind and spirit, energy, all aspects which are fake, and then filled with endless suggestions in our illusory brain, that this is who we really are. From this point on, in our 3D life experience, believing that our three-dimensional life experience is real, leads to endless confusion and suffering. This belief manifests the notion of being imprisoned. However, we are not imprisoned, but if we believe we are, then for all intents and purposes, we might as well be.